Hi girls, sorry for taking ages with the other with the lesson yesterday and stuff. There have been a couple issues of technical issues, so that's why I haven't been able to do the video. Anyway, if we could please just now have a look at today's lesson's objective. If you could write down the title, the date, and everything. So today I just wanted to basically do one final video on break-even. So we're going to do something new that we haven't done before, and also a bit of recap. So we're going to first of all recap on what break-even is and why we use it. Secondly, recap on how you calculate it, because I just wanted to give you a couple of things, couple bits of information that you need to know. And then thirdly, we're going to have a look at how to interpret the break-even graph, which we've not had a look at yet, and it will be a little bit confusing, but I'm sure that we'll manage. Okay, so what is break-even? I mean, this is something that you know, but again, write it down. It's always good to write down everything that I say. So a business breaks even when its total costs of production are equal to its total revenue from sales. Okay, this means that the business does not make a profit and it does not also make a loss. And we knew this. Okay, so the profit is equal to zero. Now, when we're thinking about break even, okay, we're thinking about the amount of goods that we need to produce, okay, in order to reach the point where costs are equal to sales. So break even is something that is measured in units. This is something that you might not get now, but you'll need to understand as time progresses, because it's crucial that you don't get this wrong, okay? So the break-even formula, which again, you're familiar with by now. So we've got fixed costs over selling price minus variable costs. Now, one key thing, this is a common misconception for many students actually, and it's something that does that you can get marked down for quite a lot in the exam if you don't do it correctly. So when you're plugging this formula into the calculator, this is going to sound silly, but I swear that people get this wrong all the time. Please make sure that you're writing down the selling price minus the variable cost in brackets. Otherwise, you're going to get a different answer. Okay, so you write down fixed costs divided by this thing here needs to be in brackets. Otherwise, you'll get something different. Okay, I know it's intuitive, but you need to know this. Okay, now fixed costs of £10,000 per year, selling price per unit of £50, variable costs per unit of £30. Now, how do we calculate the level of output? Remember, output, this is what we're trying to understand. We're not doing anything, because a lot of people often they will calculate their break-even output, okay, find the right answer, but then write down the answer in dollars or pounds, but we're not measuring money. Please remember this. And also one other thing, when people do actually write down £500, for instance, right, for a break-even, you can get marked down just for having the sign of the pound there. So make sure that when you're writing down the answer, you're writing it in units. I'm not going to stop stressing this, because literally you don't want to get marked down for this. You might have calculated the correct answer and then get marked down for something stupid like that. Okay, now, so break-even output is calculated obviously by finding the fixed cost, which you plug in there, and then we do 50, which is the selling price per unit, minus 30, which is the variable cost per unit. Okay, so 20, so 50 minus 30 is 20, and we get 500. Remember, this is something that you probably intuitively know, units, goods, products all refer to the exact same thing, and they're interchangeable terms. Okay, so they're something you can literally talk about them as if they were the same thing.